Everyone, this is AVJVGaming bringing you episode number 7 of this trade and play to Liverpool, and as you can see up on screen, we're going to get started into this episode by jumping into the transfer list, checking what players have sold on from the last episode. And in this episode we're going to be buying a couple players. We're going to also try hunting down, I believe we're going to try to get to Division 8 as soon as possible, and you're also going to probably most likely see a bit of trading followed up by a question of the day. So over there you can see we've sold on all the players from the last episode except for 2, and we're just going to relist them over there. And also we're going to go and change the formation, because I believe I asked in episode 2 what's the best formation for a Liverpool squad, and I got loads of different formations, the 4-4-1-1, the 4-1-4-1, the 3-5-2, the 4-1-2-1-2, and the 4-2-3-1. I think I got a couple others. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use loads of different formations in this series. Might even switch to the 4-2-2-2 and just try to get as many formations in as possible. Now, I do know Wisdom is no longer at Liverpool. He's on loan. And I also know a subscriber sent me a tweet this morning saying that I believe Jordan Ibe has gone to another club. So what I'll do is I'll still go and sign the players, but we'll keep them on the reserves. Now, over here I'm looking for Henderson. Found a really cheap one on a buy now, and I decided, you know what, we're going to go and take that, as it's around about 50 minutes in. That's probably someone listed it up by accident, so we'll take that one over there. All the others were 75 rated, so they were the older versions. And I was trying to pick up Torre as well, because I wanted to have Colo Torre in my squad, but his price, people were jumping it up to 1,000 coins, and I really don't want to pay that much for him. So over here we're going to go and change it. We're going to go pick up Ilori, and I want to have him in my squad as well. So over here I believe he's got 75 pace, 76 defending. He's got some really nice stats for a silver player, and I really feel that he possibly should be a gold player with those really nice stats. But over there the cheapest buy now is 7,600, and we're going to sign him. So we've picked up 2 players so far in this episode. Now on 19,000 coins, and I was maybe a bit worried. Maybe I've spent a bit too much for the episode, but we're going to go with it nonetheless and get into Division 9. So we're currently on Division 9. We're on 6 points, and I believe we need maybe 11 more to get the title of this division and get 3k, which should be rather helpful. And over there just doing a bit of squad maintenance with those fitness cards, because we do need a bit of fitness on our players, and I might need to do a bit more fitness after the episode, because a lot of players I'm using them and I'm not subbing them off, so they're losing more fitness than they should. So finding a match was probably the most difficult thing. Everyone seems to rage quit or sort of, leave the lobby where you're trying to find a matchup over there. You can see over here this same opponent leaving the lobby. I have no idea. It was a 3-bar connection, and maybe it's just EA side, or maybe it's just the game. I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's just my opponent being very picky, and I kept getting matched up against the same guy. So I waited 5 minutes, then went in searching again, and you'll see over here that we do get matched up with no one, so maybe matchmaking wasn't meant to be over there. But nonetheless, keep searching because we want to get into a game. And finally we get up against an opponent over there that does have a 55 chemistry side with a 4-4-2 formation with Yilmaz, and I believe that's Joe over there up front. So 2 really strong attackers, but the chemistry is nowhere in the team, and that does play against you in this year's FIFA. It's not one of the best of things to have low chem. Even if you've got great players and you have low chem, it can sometimes not work very well. But over here, testing out Henderson's shot, and he kind of sends it a little bit wide. He doesn't have the perfect control, but getting the ball into McKendy, and I was looking for that equalizer over here, and just sending it along the ground. Keepers nearby really don't react very well to that, and over here McKendy finding a ball into Finn Bogerson, and he's going to finesse it straight past his keeper. So we're now 2-1 up at this point, felt in a dominant position. Go with a bit of a reverse step over to get past one player. Finn Bogerson going to use some control, and the finesse shot goes wide. And then over here, Texera going over the finesse shot, and that's an absolutely beautiful finish for our bronze cam. Now, our opponent does pause a game, and that does mean we're going to find a rage quit. So you can see from the episode title, our rage quits, and there is going to be probably quite a lot. I think the title, sorry, is 13 points. So 13 points, not too difficult, I believe. That's quite achievable. So over here, we're going to do some trading. Picked up Verinia as a right winger. He's defaulted as a right mid, and I'm going to go and show you the out of position one with him. If you haven't seen the trading technique on the out of position method, be sure to check in the description of this video for my trading techniques. You'll see a lot of them. I'm bringing out a few more new ones this weekend, so be sure to check out on those, because they will help you out a lot, making very easy coins. And that's one of those things I like to do. Now over here, I actually didn't realize, I thought I discarded him, so I paused it and then I checked for him, and I realized he was in the transfer list. So list him up, try to make around 20,000 coins, which should be some really decent profit on one card. And no, 2,000 coins, not 20,000. That would be absolutely great. But Di Rosario from Canada, I'm trying to find out if he is in a centre forward position, but I couldn't find him. EA sort of playing up over there. And I do know someone asked in the last episode, how come you're finding all your players very quickly on the console? I really don't use the console because it does mess up a lot and it does have errors when you're searching players. So I do recommend using a web app. It's much more effective, very quick, and it does sort of show a lot of majority more players than you would expect. So over there I need to go and pick up a couple more fitness cards before going to the next game, and I'm only going to look for them on 200 buy nows purely because I don't want to spend extra coins. I do need only around about 20 to 30 fitness, so the bronze ones will do. Now we picked up 3. One will go to Sacco, the other one will go to I believe Moses, and the third one will basically stay in our club just as a backup. So if we ever need one, then we'll keep it. Now our left mid is going to be interchanging every few games with Piccolo because he's the left mid until we sign Sterling. And I'm looking forward to probably going after someone like Sturridge in this game because he looks really cool. So over there, our next opponent has got a 46 chemistry side. He's got Gonzalo Higuain. He's got Aspas. I need to buy Aspas actually. I might buy him for replacing Finn, and hopefully he plays well. But I do know Aspas. I've used him in a review for my Spanish reasonable squad builder, and he was a very strong player. Now we start this game over here trying to score with McKendy, but unable to find the goal. And over here, some really funny touch from McKendy over there. But Finn Bogson going to get the ball, rebounds off the keeper, goes straight back to him, and a bit of lag in these games. It was not very nice, I must say. These games were a bit laggy, and it was kind of difficult to play. But over here, trying to find the second goal, and that one just flies past the edge of the goalpost, so unable to find the second goal there. But before half-time, Finn Bogson going to get that near post finish and give us the 2-0 lead. And then Moses over here, look at this ball control from him, just going in and out of everyone. And the shot, I believe, did deflect off one of our players. But Texera going for the shot, and it does fall down to Finn Bogson. He will pick up his, I believe that's the third goal of the game. So not too bad. And then over there in the 45th minute, I don't know, for some reason you can see when my opponent paused it, it left a 34 in the bottom corner. So completely unsure, but my opponent does rage quit, and we've got 2 rage quits now in this game, in this episode. So really quite funny stuff over there. You wouldn't expect people to rage quit in the low end divisions, but that's one of those things. People don't want to play the game, they get annoyed with it, and then they just decide to leave the game. So going to give Agar a contract. And we're going to go into the next game. I believe we're just going to bring on Piccolo because we needed that bit more of fitness on that left-hand side and also a little bit more for pacey player. So over there, we're going to go into the next game. Hopefully this guy will play us. His name is Orbit, I think. And Sloth FC is Immobile, one of the players I know very well in this year in FIFA. He's got Abraham as a right back. I have no idea why he's done that. He's got Gibbs. He's got Benya. He's got quite a nice team, I must say. For a starter team, I've known a lot of people just mainly go for big players, but they should really go for fitness. Now over here, ball roll drag back with Texera, finding into Piccolo. He will intercept it off the defender and manage to score the goal over there. And you can see that 34 is glitched in the corner again. I have no idea why, but Moses getting across this time into Finn Bogson, and he's going to make it 2-0 in the game. So getting really quickly started into the 22nd minute. We go now over here into McKendy, going for the shot, and it just gets saved by the keeper. And over here, Finn Bogson going for the shot, and the keeper does get his gloves on it. So managing to prevent us from getting a third over there, but not too far in. McKendy going for a shot, and actually my controller switched off over there. It was kind of bad, but my battery ran out. But over here, Piccolo finding cross to Texera, and we'll find the third goal. So at halftime, winning against our opponent 3-0, and our opponent still had never had a shot on our goal. And over here, make it 4-0 with Texera finding his second goal of the game. And I was trying to find a hat-trick with him, but then here my opponent gets a free kick. I was through at Moses, and bam, we are at a sort of stalemate. Our opponent sort of, I think, rage quit, and that's why the game froze. And that's 3 rage quits back to back. We'll win the division title with that one, and I believe that's where we're going to wrap up the episode. You can see, kept my opponent away from my goal and just played completely different. So the next episode will be in Division 8. By all means, if you have enjoyed the episode, drop it a like. We get 3,000 coins for that. Subscribe if you're new for more daily FIFA 14 content. And this has been AVJVGaming, and I'll catch you all for the next episode.